Hey, this is Gantz. So this video I'm going to be talking about some ideas I had for the game. I was writing these ideas the whole day before the announcement came out that Saber was no longer going to be doing anything with this game. So it was very ironic that I was coming up with these ideas for the game when they that day decided to basically cancel Evil Dead the game. And I'm going to be playing as well while I'm talking about this. And I'm working on a meat cleaver video. So I'm going to be using Amanda because I need to level up Amanda. And we're actually going to go for a melee build for Amanda for this. So let's see. There we go. Sure, this here, that. Get some fear resistance on her. Follow bullets here. And then let's go here. Is that 10% really needed? Or should we just put it into range? 5%. So we'll go this way for now. Yeah, we could go this route and take 2 points off of here and put the last point here. So you know what, we're gonna actually do that as well. There, that way we just have a little bit more damage. And we'll just have to be up close. So yeah, this is gonna be my meat cleaver build. So let's go. So I split it up into a couple parts. These ideas that I came up with. I'll start with demons first. Demon ideas were kind of hard to come up with because it's basic. Like demons are completely different than survivors. You can come up with a hunter survivor, and she'll just they'll just have the same build as every hunter, but every demon is unique. So in this way, it becomes very hard to kind of like come up with basics and a lead idea for that demon. So, one of the balance changes I think they should have added is vaulting speed for demons. I think that should be a little bit faster. And maybe when a demon vaults in Dead by Daylight, they have a perk called Bamboozle, which basically blocks off the window. So I think maybe like there should be a thing, because there's usually what survivors do is there's two windows in an area. They'll just hop between the two windows that are very close to each other. So I believe if a demon hops one window, it should be blocked off for a couple seconds. 5 seconds, I think. I also think that demons should be able to do finishers. Now, when should the finishers be done? I think the finishers should be done when the survivor is in the bleeding state. Now, you can argue, like, okay, you can do the finisher when the survivor's at 50% bleeding state, 25 left before he bleeds out. And I think this should be done because there are some demons that can't hit survivors while they're rezzing. Like if you use Evil Ash, you have to use, it's like your third sword swing that actually hits the survivor when it's rezzing, and so they'll have all this time to pick up the survivor. And it's not only that, I just know that one's the most frustrating. I feel like I have to drop my boss just to make sure that this person bleeds out. Now, to balance this, I think that Resurrection should take priority over finishers. So you can't just go over to a survivor and then do a finisher while somebody's rezzing them. I think that would be interesting, and then it would also have like a kind of like fear factor, like, oh my god, they just killed one of us, you know, kind of thing.
A week ago, I was having lunch with my partner, and now
everything's gonna be all right. I'm here.
I fought with Attila the Hun, and
so let's talk about demons they could add. So a lot of people was talking about the Ashy Slashy puppet. as a trap. What I think would be cool is if it was an actual demon character. And you have in Street Fighter a character called Dan, which is basically a meme character. Very weak, and it's very humiliating to lose to that. I feel like that's what that demon should be, kind of like a meme thing. And the way I was thinking of boss is that he can run around, but he can jump on people's hands, and then basically use them to possess them, and then use that survivor to attack the other survivors.
Listen closely. This is Professor Raymond Noby, Department of Ancient History.
You also have
I know
Abomination,
nothing can remedy the
which was
atrocities I've
from
unleashed,
the
but I believe I can stop it. Follow these
2013
instructions.
Evil Dead with me and David.
It does.
And
Several pieces of a map nearby.
Sheila from
Collect
Army
them
in
to reveal the
Darkness.
location of
She
the
could be a
lost
survivor,
pages of the
or
Necronomicon and Kandarian Dagger.
let's see. Okay, go down.
If it shoots, I can use it.
One of the demons I think would be nice would be having a flying demon.
Alright, little firepower.
I think that would be very good. Let's see. Obviously, Linda. Linda would be a wonderful addition to the demon pool. And I have here Professor Noby. Now, my idea with Professor Noby is to more expand the lore of Evil Dead the game. I think it would be interesting if what they did was Evil in the Evil Dead franchise.
Busy, but tasteless.
Okay, I'm gonna take that instead. Actually, no, I want the grenade launcher. I'm still looking for that meat cleaver.
Well, I've killed with less.
So, in the way they would expand the lore is basically Professor Noby would eventually become a demon himself. And that would be very interesting. That this whole thing that we're doing here is more of a thing so that Professor Noby himself can gain power in the demon realm, in the Deadlands, and be the one to take over. And eventually...
Your group now holds an additional piece of the map. Well played.
So let's grab this axe
This'll work.
until we find a meat cleaver. And I think that would be so interesting that he just uses us as pawns to further his goals of becoming
That kind of takes the edge off.
king of the demons. And this would show like the hidden side to
Sure, I don't want to know what's in these.
Evil spirits have rallied in
Noby.
this region.
So I also have here the dark ones because the dark ones themselves are very powerful. So I think that would be a good one. I'm not sure how that would work though. And Kandar the Destroyer. Now Kandar the Destroyer was the final boss in Ash vs. Evil Dead. Now he's a huge character, so I think that his size would take up all of Dagger or Pages, and his swings would be very slow but very powerful. And he would have a lot of health. I thought this would be cool. It'd be like a very, or you could use this in Horde mode, and he'd be the Horde mode boss. I originally, in one of my videos, I talked about a created character for survivors. I don't think it'd be a good idea to do a created character for a demon, because then you'd be taking perk pools that are just super strong. Think about like Warlord's Vomit with Puppeteer's
I
Explosions,
shouldn't have too many more of those.
and like you have the best of both. And then when they die, not only do they explode, they
That kind of takes the edge off.
leave a puddle like elites do, so it reduces your stamina even further. Like think about like how like you just be taking the worst of every demon. I think this guy wants my axe. Is that what you want? Yeah, okay, there you go. So what would be some maps we could add to the game? Well, I was thinking Jacksonville, obviously. Asylum
If
would
I'm
be
still
good.
alive, I'm gonna feel that one tomorrow.
The bunker from Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead. The malicious bunker. And then I think smaller maps would be nice. So Friday the 13th, they had smaller maps, and a lot of the objectives were a lot closer. And the way you balance this is by actually being able for the demon to level up faster, and also have it so there are no cars. I think no cars would be essential for that.
I shouldn't have too many more.
You're being very unfortunate here with not finding a meat cleaver.
Bad at all.
So, is that meat cleaver? Nope. So, smaller maps would be nice, and then also a future map, right? In Ash vs. Evil Dead, at the very end, he was in the future. I think that'd be cool to add that as well. I also had an idea for a new weapon type. It would be heavy ammo, and using this weapon would slow your movement speed, but basically it would give you more damage. And the weapons I was thinking was a machine gun, a rocket launcher, a sniper rifle. So the sniper rifle would be maybe like 6 bullets or maybe even one shot, where it'd just be a ton of damage at once. And all I was thinking was like, wow, that'd be insane. Like, it'd be a boss melter.
Takes the edge off.
And I don't think that's a problem to have a boss melter weapon.
You have activated the Kandarian dagger. All
And an
manner of
AoE
evil spirits will sense their imminent doom
weapon. Please be a
and
meat
attack
cleaver.
accordingly.
Oh my god. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna take this and give it to Scotty. Just so nobody else takes it.
Yeah, this one feels right.
So... let's see. Also flamethrower for the heavy weapon slot. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a meat cleaver yet. So let's see. I also have potential crossovers. Now, everyone thought a missed opportunity was Evil Dead Rise, and I completely agree. I think that was a missed opportunity. I understand they couldn't do it at the same time, but eventually it would have been nice for Evil Dead Rise to come into effect. Another thing would be cool is that they have map-specific bosses. So here at Nobi Cabin, there's a little Easter egg where Henrietta is in the basement. So that would be so cool if you could go there and do a quick time event. And during the quick time event, if you kill Henrietta, you get some pink Fs. And she'll drop a legendary weapon. So it'll take time to do, but the payout would be worth it. Meat hammer? Oh damn. It's not the meat cleaver I'm looking for. Ooh, I'm gonna take all that.
Your team now holds the Kandarian dagger, an ancient weapon carved from human bone.
Which is good, because this has none.
So I'm gonna look for the meat cleaver still. Because I am planning to make an epic video with a meat cleaver. I don't have any editing equipment, so I'm just looking for footage right now. But it's basically gonna be a music video on how awesome the meat cleaver is. So hopefully we could find one here. I need to get some shots of that. That's the problem. You don't not necessarily guaranteed a weapon in the game. Let's see. No weapon yet. So I think they could also add a story mode. Like they do have a story mode already, right? But they could expand upon this, really, and bring more lore to this game. Now, I had a feeling they didn't want to add a horde mode because it would take away from this game type. And I can believe 100% that it would. But, to do that, they could have a horde mode during story mode. Where you could really face off against... Oof. Do I use this? You know this body has a legendary, so... lumberjack axe, so I might as well use this instead. So I think they could have added to the lore of Evil Dead, and that would have been an amazing thing to see. Like amazing, because this game has already added to the lore through the Nobi tapes. I knew that was trapped there, and I still walked into it.
The lost pages, striking terror into the black heart of evil. Expect
So,
resistance.
I mean, as fans, we see so much potential with this game, but I think like our normal viewer of Evil Dead wouldn't really see that much potential in this game, because they're like, oh, it's just you know, what was it? It's not Valorant. Fortnite kind of experience where you like drop in, you know, get weapons and defeat the enemy. So I do understand that, but we see the potential because the characters and the lore. Am I gonna be able to? Okay, nope. Yep, there we go. Please reload. This is the one thing I don't like about the hunting rifle. Okay, it takes forever to reload. Evil Dead Rise could have been awesome. The problem is, like, the basics and the elites. What would they be? You know? And I think the basics and elites would be like, you know, her children. And that could be a problem, censor-wise. I also thought they could add Ruby, obviously, as a demon. There's two different versions of Ruby, right? It'd be the Ruby with the blonde hair. And in this way, her units were basically be the children, and then when they're adults, as the elites. So that one was kind of easy. And then Ruby herself as a boss, she'd be carrying the Necronomicon and doing attacks with the Necronomicon and using the Kandarian dagger as a weapon. Linda, it'd be cool for her to be able to take off body parts like her head and hit survivors with it. Sheila, I was thinking about the flying demon because I'm like, oh, if you have a flying demon could fly over railings, and that could be a good counter to rail hopping.
Survivors now hold the lost pages.
And it'd be an
Necronomicon.
interesting concept of just having a flying demon and being able to have really like high mobility because of the flying ability. Abomination.
Both the lost pages and the Kandarian dagger have been collected.
Wow, okay.
Now, prepare yourself to battle the Dark Ones.
Okay, yep. Please let me get here.
Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing.
I think the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher, like,
Guys, Ruby's
you would
here.
have
I'll
limited
sort it.
ammo. So you'll only have like 9 shots for that. And now, this would make you really reliant on your teammates to carry ammo for you as well. And at high level plays, I can understand that this could be very strong. As for the sniper, I don't think it should be a sniper scope. I think it should just be like the hunting rifle. More zoomed in, but it's like you would move slower, like walking speed like this to use it. Maybe not like that because you have to move around the map. But I think you shouldn't be able to run with it. So maybe just saying walking speed, but you can't run like this.
Get back.
Now I'm being a horrible Manda player and not have used my ability once. I messed that up. Yep. I didn't even have last bullet in there, as you saw in my earlier build part, but I'm just so used to it. So this game
Well, it's
has the
not
potential to be great and have many years to really update this. And unfortunately, we're not going to have that anymore. I don't think.
Protect the Necronomicon with your life. It's the
Let's
only
see.
way to
I don't think
end
this guy
this nightmare.
is going to go for a book here. Maybe? So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on what they could have added to the game, the potential. It would have been amazing. Just amazing to see all this stuff. And I know they could have added other stuff like other demons from different franchises. Really? Hey. No. Unfortunately, I was not able to find a meat cleave this game. That's kind of it is. Sometimes you like create a build and you're just not unable to use that build here. I'm playing with a glare on my TV, so I can't really see that well. Okay. There we go. They actually, you know, might actually win here. I'm just getting hit by all these units. She should use her ability already. We're gonna kill all these units before or does anything. Yeah. Why would you step forward in front of me? So yeah, that's my wow, that's unnecessary. That's what I think they should have added. Thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you guys think they should add, or what they should have added. Sorry.
If you've reached
thank you
this
for watching.
point in my recordings,